Diabetes can have a big effect on your bones as well as your blood sugar levels. Did you know that? Diabetes often leads to problems like heart disease and neuropathy, which most of us know about. But not as many people know about how diabetes can hurt your bones. This video will talk about how diabetes changes bone density and quality, which raises the chance of fractures and other problems with bones. Understanding bone health. The body's bones are made up of collagen, a protein that gives the structure its softness, and calcium phosphate, a chemical that makes the structure stronger and harder. Bones are strong and flexible enough to handle stress because of this mix. Bones are important for more than just supporting the body and keeping things safe. They also store calcium and are home to bone marrow, which is where blood cells are made. Some common bone diseases like osteoporosis and osteopenia make bones weaker, which can make breaking them a lot more likely. Bones that are porous and break easily are signs of osteoporosis. Osteopenia is a weaker form of bone density loss. Both conditions are important when talking about health in general, because they can have a big effect on a person's quality of life and movement, which can lead to more health problems if they are not treated properly. What is the effect of diabetes on bones? Diabetes affects both the mass and quality of bones, which is linked to bone health. High blood sugar, which is a sign of diabetes, can mess up bone metabolism, which is a process needed for bones to heal and grow back. This can make you more likely to break a bone because it weakens and changes the structure of the bone. Lack of insulin production in people with type 1 diabetes can make it harder for bones to form, since insulin is a key part of bone growth and change. This means that people with type 1 diabetes often have weaker bones and break them more often than people who don't have diabetes. On the other hand, people with type 2 diabetes, which is marked by insulin resistance and often a higher body weight, may see an increase in bone density at first. But people with type 2 diabetes have weak bones, which still makes them more likely to break something. This paradox can be partly explained by the inflammatory state caused by not controlling blood sugar well, which hurts bone quality even though bone mass has grown. Understanding how the two kinds of diabetes affect bone health in different ways is important for coming up with ways to keep bones healthy and avoid problems that come with breaking bones. Specific risks for diabetics. People with diabetes face certain risks to their bone health, including a higher chance of breaking a bone. People with diabetes have trouble controlling their blood sugar, which can change the shape and strength of bone tissue. This makes it more likely that even small injuries will cause a fracture. Diabetes also makes it harder for bones to heal after they are broken. High blood sugar can make healing take longer and make it harder for healthy bones to grow back. Also, diabetes often comes with the problems like neuropathy, which is damage to nerves that makes it hard to feel things, especially in the limbs. People who don't feel things can be more likely to get hurt because they aren't aware of injuries and stresses on their bones. Poor circulation is another problem that a lot of people with diabetes have. It makes bone health even worse because it limits the flow of nutrients and oxygen to bone tissue, which are needed to heal and keep bones healthy. When put together, these things make it hard to keep bones healthy, and people with diabetes need to be carefully managed to lower these risks. If you are a diabetic person and want to know its emergency signs, then go to the link in the description and watch our complete video. How do you protect your bones? Eat a lot of calcium and vitamin D. For people with diabetes in particular, eating a lot of calcium and vitamin D is important for keeping their bones healthy. Calcium is important for strong bones, and vitamin D helps the body absorb calcium and build bones. People with diabetes should eat foods like cheese, leafy greens, and fortified foods, or they could take supplements if their doctor tells them to. Regular exercise to strengthen bones. Regular exercise is important for building bones and improving balance, which can help keep you from falling and breaking a bone. Walking, running, and strength training are all weight-bearing workouts that are great for improving bone density and musculoskeletal health in general. Calcium and vitamin D supplementation. Calcium is important for strong bones, and vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium well. Taking supplements can help you make sure you get enough of the nutrients you need every day, especially if you don't eat many dairy products or get much sun. A normal daily dose might be 500 to 600 milligrams of calcium and 800 to 1000 IU of vitamin D, but these should be changed based on each person's health needs and medical advice. Medications. Osteoporosis is a common bone disease in older men and women that can be treated and avoided with a number of medicines. Bisphosphonates such as zoledronic acid, ibandronate, alendronate, and risedronate are often given to stop bone mass loss. Injectable drugs like denosumab are used to slow down bone loss in people who can't handle bisphosphonates. Selective estrogen receptor modulators, serums, like raloxifene, copy estrogen's positive effects on bone health. This is very helpful for women who have gone through menopause. Treatments with the parathyroid hormones, such as teriparatide, are also used to help people with severe osteoporosis build new bones. This is an all-around method for managing bone health. Hormone replacement therapy, HRT. After menopause, HRT can help women keep their bone mass, which lowers their risk of getting osteoporosis. But because hormone replacement treatment can have risks and side effects, it should only be used after a doctor has carefully thought it over. Lifestyle modifications. For healthy bones, it's important to stop smoking and drink less booze. Smoking and drinking too much booze are both linked to more bone loss and breaks. Fall prevention strategies. Fixing things around the house that could cause someone to fall, like locking rugs, making the lighting better, and putting grab bars in bathrooms, can help keep people from breaking bones, especially older people or people who have conditions that make it hard for them to balance and coordinate their movements. Diabetes has a big effect on both blood sugar levels and bone health, though this effect is not as well known. A lot of people know that diabetes can lead to problems like heart disease and neuropathy, but not as many people know that it can also affect the mass and quality of bones. Diabetes lowers bone density and quality, which makes breaks and other bone problems more likely. This movie goes into more detail about these effects. We'll talk about the basic structure and function of bones, such as how they support the body and make blood cells. We'll also talk about common diseases that weaken bones, such as osteoporosis and osteopenia. It is very important to know the specific risks that diabetes presents to bone health, such as a higher risk of fractures and problems like taking longer to heal. We'll also talk about effective ways to prevent and treat bone density loss, such as making changes to your diet to include more calcium and vitamin D, working out regularly to strengthen bones, and medical treatments that raise bone density. You'll have a full understanding of the important link between diabetes and bone health and how to effectively control these risks by the end of this video. Please subscribe, share, and leave a comment to help get the word out about this important subject.